pursuit. Всем привет! So today I want to do some test cutting, comparing, I can't say really comparing, but the performance of the Shashka from Hanway and the performance of the Wargearshop Shashka I bought. Keep in mind that the Shashka I bought from Wargearshop was not shipped sharp. It does had a 2mm edge, so what I did now was put a small edge on it, so it's more like an X shape. Depending on how it will perform today, I will put some more effort to grind down, so I do have the whole overall edge geometry more right. So just a small excursion here to smithing processes. The Shashka of Wargearshop is tempered, hardened steel, the whole blade. There is no a hard core laid in or so, it's more, the whole thing is like a spring. So this is in my opinion the best way for most swords. It depends. For example, katanas, the Japanese swords do have these. There are multiple ways how they made their swords, but usually you have a soft bag, so a softer, different material, and then a harder steel is laid in, and with the clay treatment it's tempered, differentiated. So to achieve a very hard edge, but still a softer bag that can absorb impact, so it won't break that easily. The Shashka I do have, like I said, is one homogeneous steel, which is evenly tempered. So when you go on a belt grinder, for example, and now from nothing try to grind down, this will heat up the blade, and this will treat it some kind, so it will lose its toughness, its hardness. So this is a very difficult thing to do right if you don't have the good equipment. The other thing is, what I do is I do it by hand, so I don't have the amount of friction there to heat it up that hard. And if I notice it's getting hot, then I just take some water, put it on it, and then I start to grind and grind again. But this is a very slow process, so the Shashka, the edge I put on the Wargearshop now is more like, you could compare it with an axe. The Wargearshop is quite hefty. It's a quite thick blade. It does have a good distal taper in it, but there is a lot of meat, steel on the whole blade body, and to have a lighter and a better cutter, I would have to grind the whole thing down and changing the whole edge geometry. But this is not now what I wanted. I just want to look how it will perform with the edge I put on there now. Let's see how it will perform. Well, first do some cuts with the Hanway Shashka here, and then I will try it with the Wargearshop, with the Tanorovka Shashka, and later I'll switch to tatami mats and I will cut them first with a Hanway Shashka and then with a Wargearshop. So you notice the edge isn't that sharp, and the overall thickness of the blade is, yeah, interesting. So the first, again with the Hanwei Shashka. Fighting against giants here, huh? Alright, now to the moment I'm more excited about. As you can see, the performance isn't that great. So, what do we learn from this? First of all, um, I have to really work on my sharpening skills. It is sort of sharp, but not as good. I think I didn't do a very bad job here, but yes, it didn't cut really good. So I'll go to the next. I'll go now to the next step. I was afraid I didn't have to do, but now I will have to grind way more material down it so the bevel becomes longer. Yeah, didn't really was looking for it, but laziness is not an excuse. So I will definitely do another test, do a better test with it, and I can show you. Because from the overall facts, this shouldn't be a bad cutter. It is a quite stiff blade. That means it will excuse more errors in a cut. Get a nice thick bag, so it's more forgiving when cutting things. But if there is not a proficient enough edge on it, I can't cut. So in the comparison you see the Hanwei Shashka does perform pretty well. This one not, but again, this is not a fault of the smith. It is more my fault, kind of user error and sharpening error. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Bye, see ya.